everyone, and welcome back once again to another very important lesson on syntax or subject-verb agreement. We all know that the syntax or subject-verb agreement is one of the most important topics in context to correct English usage. In the last two videos, I have already discussed about the verb and the subject. In this lesson, we'll be talking about the syntax or subject-verb agreement and its important rules as well. So are you ready? Let's get started. Now let's first have an overview of the syntax or subject-verb agreement. The verbs agree with the subjects in number and person. This is called subject-verb agreement or syntax. Now let's have a look on the most important rules of syntax or subject-verb agreement. So here we have the first one, and that is subjects and verbs must agree with one another in number. Thus, if a subject is singular, its verb must also be singular. If a subject is plural, its verb must also be plural. Now look at the first example. I read book. Here the subject I is singular and the verb agrees with the subject. Thus the verb read is also singular. And in the second example, they are playing football. Here the subject and the verb agree with one another. The second rule that I have to use is, if there or it is used as introductory subjects in a sentence, then the verb with there is decided considering the usage of number and person of the noun that comes after there. Now I will make it clear with the following example. There was a well in the village. Here there is used as introductory subject, so the verb was with there is decided considering the usage of number and person of the noun well. Now with this we'll move to the rule number 3, and that is, if the subject of a sentence is many or both or few or a few, then the verb is always plural. Here is the example of it. Both are dancing. In this sentence, the subject is both, so we use the plural verb are. The rule number 4 is, if the subject of a sentence is everybody or nobody or anybody or somebody or someone or no one or everyone or anyone or everything or something or nothing or anything, then the verb is always singular. Here is the example of it. Everybody knows Swami Vivekanand is a social reformer. In this sentence, the subject is everybody, so we use the singular verb. Now with this, we'll move to the rule number 5, and that is, if the subject of a sentence is singular noun, then it takes a singular verb. Here is the example of it. John has done this work. In this sentence, the John is subject and it is the singular noun. So we use the singular verb has with John. Rule number 6 that I have to use is, if the subject of a sentence is each or either or neither, then it takes a singular verb. Look at the following example. She invited 2 friends but neither has come. Here the subject is neither, so it takes has as a singular verb. The rule number 7 that I have to use is, if 2 subjects are joined by or nor, or neither nor, or either or, then the plural subject comes the last and the verb must be plural. Look at the following example. In this sentence, the subjects Sandeep and his brothers are joined by neither nor, and here the plural subject is his brothers, therefore it comes last and we use the plural verb have. Moving on guys. The rule number 8 is, when the subjects of different persons are joined by or nor, or neither nor, or either or, the verb agrees in person with the one nearest to it. This is the example of it. Neither the boy nor the girl is singing. Here the subjects are the boy and the girl, and they are joined by neither nor, and the verb is agrees in person with the nearest one, the girl. Now let's look at the rule number 9, and that is, after each of, or either of, or neither of, or every one of, or one of, the noun or pronoun is always plural but the verb remains singular. This is the example of it. Each of them is present. In this sentence, after each of we use the plural pronoun but the verb remains singular. Let's move on to the rule number 10, and that is, after both of, or a few of, or few of, or many of, or many, or a great many, or a good many, the noun is always plural but which is followed by a plural verb. Now look at the following example. A great many girls are standing there. In this sentence, after a great many, we use plural noun girls followed by the plural verb are. The rule number 11 is after a number of or a large number, the noun is plural which is followed by a plural verb. This is the example of it. A number of students have written in about the subject. After a number of, we use the plural noun students followed by the plural verb have. Now with this, we'll move to the rule number 12, and that is after the number of, the noun is plural, the verb is always singular. Here is the example of it. The number of students absent is 3. Here, after the number of, we use the plural noun students, but the verb is singular. The rule number 13 is if two subjects together express one idea, the verb must be singular. And here is the example of it. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy and wise. In this sentence, the subjects early to bed and early to rise together express one idea, and we use a singular verb with them. The rule number 14 that I have to you is when subjects are connected by and, the verb must always be in the plural. Here is the example of it. He, she and I are friends. Here the subjects are connected by and we use the plural verb are. And now we'll look at the last one, and that is rule number 15. If some of the expressions like unfulfilled wish or desire or condition in the present state is to be brought into expression with the use of if or as though or I wish or it is time or it is high time, along with which to be is used, then only its or form is used, provided whatever be the number and the person of the subject. I will make it clear with the following example. I wish I were an angel. This sentence expresses an unfulfilled wish. The expression unfulfilled wish is expressed with the use of I wish, and we usually use to be with the I wish, but in this type of case we only use its or form. So this is it for today's video lecture. I hope it was helpful. If you have any doubts, question or suggestion regarding this video, you can leave your comment below. But really hope you would enjoy today's lesson. And I'm gonna be back with you with yet another lesson very soon. Till then, subscribe to my channel and keep watching.